Ladies and gentlemen, this is really interesting and huge news. Clinton campaign chairman, we'll just leave him nameless because who knows, the algorithm, we'll just call him John P., was interviewed and stated he didn't know the origins of the Steele dossier or that Clinton had purchased the Steele dossier. So Clinton's campaign chairman had no knowledge of the Steele dossier. Of course, that's false. Of course, that's a lie. James Comey apparently didn't know. Of course, that's a lie. So the director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, of course, knew. The chairman of her campaign knew. Everybody knew, James Baker even, during the Sussman, Michael Sussman was indicted, the third indictment in the Durham probe special counsel, for allegedly lying to a bureau attorney, the top legal counsel for James Comey, stating, well, I'm just going to give you some information. It has nothing to do with Madam Secretary. I'm not being paid by her or anybody. That was a lie. But I'll read you this from TechnoFog on Twitter. I don't have Twitter. I do not have Facebook or Twitter. I'm not on social media. People say YouTube is social media. I don't think it's not a message board based platform. So I'm not on Twitter or Facebook or anywhere where there's, it's like a message board based platform ever. I deleted my Twitter account, 3+ years ago, and my Facebook account 3+ years ago. Actually, about 4 years ago. But TechnoFog is a great profile. He's a lawyer. He has a Substack, and he is one of the best sources for Durham probe special counsel information. New filings highlight special counsel John Durham's focus on the Hillary Clinton campaign. John P., the highest-ranking Hillary for America officials, and high-ranking Hillary for America officials have been interviewed. The DNC and Clinton campaign have been producing documents after receiving grand jury demands for those documents. So the filing from John Durham states, in addition, according to interviews conducted by the special counsel's office, the campaign chair and other high-ranking HFA, Hillary for America officials, were not even aware at this time of UK person one's identity, so Christopher Steele, and did not know that he or the U.S. investigative firm specifically had been retained on their behalf. So, such witnesses appear to have been generally aware that law firm 1 had assembled a team to conduct opposing research and claimed to have been briefed only to a limited degree on the product and details of that work. So they all knew that Fusion GPS was contracted by Perkins Coie, the law firm that Sussman worked for, and one of his colleagues, helped purchase the Steele dossier. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. This is a huge development because it shows that the Durham Probe Special Counsel is now trying to find out how many people are lying about knowing that Madam Secretary purchased information against Trump. They literally purchased a dossier. But they didn't go to Walmart and say, gee, you know what, we want a compilation of lies and gossip that we can use to filter through government and begin investigations of our direct political rivals. That's what they did. Hit subscribe to this channel. We're almost at that's not what they did, but hit subscribe to this channel. We're almost at 196,000 subs. People, I lost 50 subs. I lost 50 subs, probably more, because of the satirical. I'm gonna keep doing them. If people want to leave, that's fine. The segments where I say Trump is indicted. So there's a lot of people who either can't stand hearing that or don't understand the satire. I'm voting for President Trump in 2024. Okay, I voted for him in 2020. I used to be the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet, according to the Huffington Post, in 2016. It is no longer 2016. It is now 2022. So I used to be the unofficial scribe of Sanders' most hardcore voters according to the Washington Post. Okay, President Trump, record low unemployment, record low black and Latino unemployment, Doha agreement that Biden completely botched, first president to step foot in North Korea, Abraham Accords, First Step Act. We can go on forever. He was an amazing president if you just judge him by economic and foreign policy accomplishments. Yeah, that's what I thought Bernie Sanders would achieve. Reversing U.S. foreign policy and bringing home Americans from our longest, one of the most destructive and longest counterinsurgency conflicts in our history. Okay? I want Americans home. That's what Trump did. And Biden completely botched that. But see, again, if I engage in a bit of satire, my God almighty, look at it as, what I'm trying to do is inform everyone or show people how Democrats or how wonderful, morally superior liberal Democrats think when they say Trump's going to get indicted or Trump deserves to go to prison, all that stuff. So don't unsubscribe. If you ever see if you ever see a segment on this channel where it's Trump indicted, understand that I'm engaging in a bit of comedy and satire and sarcasm, okay? Anyway, to my viewers who understand me, thank you. Tell your friends about this channel. We're almost at 200,000 subs, people. And I just appreciate your help and your support. And everyone on Patreon, thank you. To my new Patreons, thank you so very much. I can't thank you all enough. I'm doing this all myself with your help, ladies and gentlemen. It's difficult to kind of swim upstream and get close to 200,000, much less past 200,000. And we'll do that, of course, this year, hopefully within the next couple of months with your help. So just tell your friends about this channel and share the segments. It's very important because the beginning of the Steele dossier, when you look at all of the moving parts, you had a law firm, you had a third party, a corporation that the law firm hired, and the corporation outsourced the compilation of the dossier to another corporation. So I believe it was Fusion GPS that was paid by Clinton's law firm, and then Fusion GPS then found Christopher Steele, and he had his own business and corporation, and then he used sources in Moscow and in other places throughout that country, so they conspired or worked alongside a hostile foreign country to undermine Trump. So if you look at all of these things that took place, there's a money trail. And how you don't know, you can't deny that these people knew about a money trail. You can't deny they knew about emails or text messages. So that's why whenever there's Hunter's emails, it's always a plot from Putin to inform you of the corruption within the Democratic Party. That's their mentality. Their mentality is, oh my God, we've been caught. We're caught with our hands in the cookie jar. So it must be the work of another country to inform this country of how corrupt Democrats are, thus forcing voters to vote Republican or Trump. Because don't you understand? That's democracy. Democracy is if another country informs us of how corrupt Democrats are, well, oh my God, we can't have that. That's called interference. The dossier with Trump was completely fabricated. You can't do that. It's 18 U.S. Code 371 covers all of that. That's why I wrote in the Federalist, and it was published. A whole bunch of articles I wrote in the Federalist about John Durham's special counsel state that McCabe and Comey and others should be charged under 18 U.S. Code 371. They wanted to utilize that against Trump. So that is true. Like there's some sarcasm based on the absurd objectives or the nefarious goals of Democrats and media. They wanted to use 18 U.S. Code 371 against Trump. They couldn't find this plot to undermine democracy or work with another country. Okay, but there was a plot to undermine and just derail an incoming presidency. What they did was a whole bunch of people worked for the same goal, whether it was Peter Strzok or Christopher Steele or Andrew McCabe or the people within Clinton's campaign, or the attorney she hired, they worked for the same goal, to set up and frame Trump. They were very successful, actually. President Trump wasn't kicked out of office, thank God, but they were successful in deceiving tens of millions of people, and that's what 18 U.S. Code 371 addresses. Give me your thoughts below. This is much closer to indictments of, huge, very powerful individuals. Give me your thoughts. Thank you. Hit subscribe. I'll be back in 1 hour.